Tego, this is the third session. So the exercise here, actually, it is similar to the previous one that we have to store certain information in a text file. The information that is given here, it is an employee ID. Okay, so this ID is consists of two things: numbers with names. So this is an example of such a kind of ID. So he asks us to only store the ID in the file. So the user will input ID with the name like that. And then we only have to extract this number, these 4 characters, the first 4 characters, and then store it inside the file. So I think you are able to use the old program, just modify it a bit with a new file name here, and then just do the logic of getting out these 4 characters and storing them inside the file. Does this make sense to you, Diego?
Yes, okay.
Okay. So I will stop sharing and then you can start now. Can you start coding until I'm able to see your screen? Because until now I'm not able to see your screen.
Oh, okay. Can you see now?
No, still it still started to share, but I cannot really see your screen.
Okay.
Yeah, now can. Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. So just yeah. Okay, now I can see. Yeah. So the file now is called new.txt.
Is there an array?
And he didn't say it's an array, so he just say that it can be a user input. So if we want to consider that the user have to input 54 names, he didn't say it's an array. So the user have to input 54 names with IDs, and then from that input that the user put, then you have to get out the ID. So can you figure out how to make the loop in a way that the user input? Okay. I would prefer that you don't name use the same keyword like the is preferable. It will cause confusion. So you can write str. Str is also acceptable because yeah. Okay. So tell me now how to use substring to get out this. Yes, perfect. Okay. Okay. And that seems logic. Okay, you are done.
Perfect.
Okay. So let's go for the next. So I think you can see that code, right? So that code is actually trying to tell us that he's using an if statement here. So while number is not equal 0, he will check the signs. If the sign is plus, then he will add two numbers. Okay. If the sign is minus, he will minus two numbers. So what do you think? And then you see that this if statement is quite long. He's checking that it's not division, it's not multiplication, it's not minus, it's, and I believe, yeah, and it's not equal plus, and then the answer will be 0. So what do you think? How can we replace this kind of statement, sorry, including this also, with a better code? Diego, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can.
So tell me, how can we replace that lines of code with something easier and is it hard, Diego?
Just thinking, yes.
Can I know? Can you think out loud so that I'm able to guide you?
The code seems to work there.
Okay, I want to understand
So
from you. Yeah.
how to make it better, or how to make it work.
How to make it better? It's working. There is no mistake in the code. How to refine it? Just how to refine it? How to make it more? Yeah, more just refined only.
Well, you need a separate if statement for each operation.
He is using, yes, he's using if statement for separate if statement for each operation, yes, and definitely. So yes, exactly, is use case. Actually, it is just as simple as possible. So if you use case, then you will get rid of a lot of complications here, especially here. Just one word in case, which is otherwise, will get rid of all your this complicated thing. It will make it easy. So yes, you can use case. I don't think that you need to write it, because the point here that you already write case, and I just want to share with you here. So it should look like that. So if you see, it's quite simpler if you use case.
Okay.
Okay. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So we move to the next. Okay. So this is also in pseudocode. So now I want you to assume that we have a chessboard, and it is 8 by 8, and it will be represented by a 2D array of characters. So we want to set the top row and the bottom row of the 2D array to this kind of numbers. So can you count the numbers? How many characters are those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if we have this chessboard that is 8 by 8, so it means that it have 0 to 7 here as a rows, and also from 0 to 7 as columns, right? Like that.
Yes.
Okay, so he asked to put in the top row and the bottom row, top row and the bottom row, he want to put this kind of characters. And he want to set the entire second and second to last row to P. So second and second to last with P. And he want to set each value in rows 3 to 6 inclusive to null or null. So can we do that in pseudocode? Do I need to share that slide with you, or you're able to recall back?
Can you share this one with me?
Yes, sure. Yeah, I can do that. Yes. Let me see if I'm able to share actually here. Just so I will copy the link just to. So it's slide 16. Oh, yeah. Let me share here. So I'll stop sharing and then you can open your share. You could start sharing.
I'm trying to. It's loading.
Okay. Okay. 16. 1 6.
Okay.
So you have to open square brackets and then decide the number of rows and number of columns to yes. But then it's only one is, I mean, when you declaring it, you don't have to use a square bracket for the rows and columns. It's only one square bracket, and inside it you decide the number of rows first, and then followed by it a comma, and then the number of columns. But then you also have to decide here, you start from 0 or from 1.
Yeah.
So no. So you use this, you use a colon to say, okay, it's from 0 to 7, or from yeah, just use it from 0 to 7. So you go to the row instead of 8, instead of the first 8. Okay, so 0 colon 7,
Okay.
then comma 0 colon 7. So number of rows, the first, yeah, is from 0 to 7, and number of columns 0 to 7. As character, right? Of character.
Yes.
Okay. So here we use char only. CHAR. Okay, good. So what is what is the top and the number of the row for the bottom and the top? What should be that?
0 and 7.
Okay, so you write chessboard, the name, and then you start using 4 square brackets to write the number of row and columns that you need to. So you put the row first, followed by the column, same exactly like Python, and
Okay.
so now you want to do it manually one by one. There is no way that you can do it automatic because that is a separate characters for each. So yes, okay. And the second one would be let me see. The second one will be N, and after this B and Q. N, P, and Q. Yeah.
I think I could.
Okay, so one remark, just for you to note. So yes, what you have done is totally correct, but in pseudocode we have something that we can use just in one line. So if we want to, we don't need actually to make a for loop here in this case. So from 0 to 7, if you want to put p like you do, you just do like that. Okay, and the same if you want to put, so if you know the row number, you just put it here, and then if you want to, let me see here. So if you want to say I would like to from row number 3 until row number 6, like you put, let me see here, put 6. Okay, so and from 0 to 7 we put null, should be like that also in one line. So this is
I
possible.
can't see anything that you'll.
Oops, what about that?
Okay. Yes, I can see it now.
Okay, so so that can replace your next, your for next, but what you have done is correct, 100% correct, but this is easier and possible in pseudocode. Okay, does this make sense to you? Tego?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so stop sharing and then I will go to the next, please. Let me see here. So Tego, I would say, okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so a programmer has been asked to design and write a program to accept inputs about each game player. They accept for each game player his name, age, nickname, and if the player want to use his name or his nickname. Okay, so they will accept four things: name, age, nickname, and a choice either to use the name or their nickname. So the program must include validation check out on the age to ensure the name and the nickname are no more than 8 characters long. Then output a personalized welcome message for each player. So a welcome message for each player, a personalized one will include his name, welcome, and then the name of the player. So there can be a 3 or 4 or 5 players. So minimum 3 and maximum 5 players for each game. The input routine finishes when all the players has entered their details. Okay, so we need something that can allow us to keep requesting information, the 4 kind of information here, from 3 or 4 or 5 players based on the user input. So give a suitable identifier name and data type for each input. Explain your choice. Forget about explain your choice, but so uh, identifier name and data type for each input that we have. So we have to give and 4 inputs here, like you see, and we have a possibility of having 3 or 4 or 5 players. Write your design for the program in pseudocode includes the validation checks for input. Your program must include selection, iteration, use comments where where these have been used and give the reason why they have been used. So what do you think? Can we start to write any kind of pseudocode and then work on improving it little bit by little bit? Okay, so can you share your screen? I think you have your you have the slide with you, so you're able to. So I would say, just start with a simple thing. I would always do that. I will not think about the whole code one shot. I will think about a small part of it. So I just need to write a routine to request the name or of 3 or 4 or 5 players, um, just like that first. So focus on the name. You have name and age and nickname, right? So start with one of them first, and then start
Okay.
improving on your code. Um, can we stop now and then open again, please?
But I can't go after this.
Okay, so okay, we have like 7 or 8 minutes. Yeah.
I have to leave by in 5 minutes.
Okay, no problem. Okay, that's fine. You are great, Tego. Really great. That's really great. It's fast and very great, Tego. I'm really proud that I teach a smart person like you. So, Tego, since you don't have much time, let's just summarize. The only small thing what you write is very great. The only thing that for each one of those you have to write a loop. So you loop until the length entered by the user, the length of the name entered by user is bigger than or equal or yes, same like this, less than or equal 8. So you loop until, so, and you will do that for the name, you will do that for the nickname, and then you will also do something similar for the age. But the age, of course, you're not talking about the length, you're talking about the number. People, the user should be always something like between maybe 10 or 15 until not bigger than 100 years old. So that is a kind of check. So you should loop for each one of those until you find. And so yes, that's how you should do it. And then a next step would be to just to ask is a user how many players he want to put or enter. Okay, so that is in summary what should we do here. I would say, what do you want me? How do you want me to help you other than this, Tego?
Maybe just more practice since the exam's the 20th.
Okay, yeah, I can give you more. Is it fine? I can give you more practice in pseudocode, and then let's see how it goes from there. Okay, okay. So Tego, if you need anything, just write to me. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. See you then. Okay. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.